Welcome. In front of me is a Sony Xperia 1 Mark V, and today I will show you a couple tweaks and tricks you can do on this phone. So let's just start off by opening up our settings, and we're going to navigate to the display section. And in here right at the top we have image quality settings. And because this device is technically supposedly catering to creators and possibly no one else, I would argue, they do focus quite a lot on the reproduction of colors on the display. So we have the creator mode, standard mode, and a couple additional ones down here for tweaking. And obviously the creator mode will be the supposedly most accurate color reproduction. Now, I have no actual way of checking how correct that is. I have no tools for this, so I'll just have to take them at the face value and just say that, yeah, okay, cool, it's accurate. So there we go. Now moving on to the next one, it's going to be the refresh rate, which is right below here. We have use high refresh rate, so set the refresh rate to a max 120 for smooth display and whatever. Yeah, we're gonna enable this. Now I'm gonna check something because I believe there was another refresh rate below. Nope, never mind. So this is the only one. But anyway, considering you already overpaid for this device, you might as well just enable the high refresh rate so you can have this nice smooth motion when you're scrolling up and down, because that's basically what it will affect, just how smooth everything looks like. Now moving on, we have also dark mode right here, so you can enable dark theme throughout the entire device. You also have the option to select it on a schedule, either on a custom timer, sunset to sunrise, or turn on at bedtime. Not exactly sure how they define that, but in any case, you can just check it out right here. Now I will turn it off just because I believe on the camera light mode looks better. Now anyway, moving on to the next one is the white balance, another creator kind of option, and it was somewhere in here if I remember correctly, just can't remember where. Was it in here? Nope. Oh wait, there it is. It's the second option from the top. Now we have the set manually. Now this, like I said, will cater to creators just because technically the phone sets white balance automatically. Almost all of them do that. And having actual control over it will allow you to actually set it up. So for instance, if a camera sees something and it's being displayed to the phone through the camera, you can select a specific color temperature for your white balance. Now we have pre-made ones right over here which automatically adapt based on the environment, or well, based on the settings right here, and it shows you can in Kelvins, I guess the temperature right here, I think at least 5,000, 7,000, 9,000. So yeah, so you can change it right here, and obviously you also have a better control over it with the actual sliders right here, so you can tune it to your exact need. I am gonna go with the turning it off so it's automatically adjusted. Now, moving on to the next one, it's going to be the side sense. Now, it is enabled by default and it's barely visible on the camera. It's somewhere like right here. There's like this white discoloration. I guess that's the best way to describe it. When you try to pull it up, as you can see, it actually flashes. So I double tap on it, and if you're doing this the first time around, it gives you this animation along with explanation, whatever, cool, we get it. It's a copy of Samsung side panel. Now, that being said, it does have a little bit of a benefit. It allows you to not only actually launch applications quickly from here, but it also gives you the option to have a couple applications set for split screening. As you can see, there's a multi-window tab right here. Again, it does this animation for no reason. And once you open it up, as you can see, we have a couple pre-made ones, and you can edit them and create your own combination of split screen application. And from there, once you tap on it, it will automatically open the two apps that you have selected. So for me, it was YouTube and browser. You can see both of them are right here. And you can also flip them around, I believe. Yep. There we go, just took a moment. Or not. I guess it changes it a little bit, so it allows me to actually change it to a different application. Now keep in mind, not every application will function in this kind of mode. Sometimes settings on some devices don't. I tried to check that out right now, but it looks like setting works fine here. Let's see if I can find something that doesn't. Unless it's just not going to be shown in here, which is a high possibility. So yeah, it looks like applications that won't work in split screen just don't show up in there. Anyway, one last thing that I want to show you is the gesture navigation, which you can find by going into the settings again, scrolling all the way down to system and then selecting gestures. Now here we have additional shortcuts for different kind of gestures as well, apart from the navigation. I'm gonna start off with the navigation ones, so you can use the gestures right here. It gives you this bar at the bottom, and if you used the gestures before, obviously you will know how to use them. If you don't, you can just kind of look at this image and get an idea on how to utilize it. I can also tap on the gear, and here we can increase the sensitivity of the swipe gestures from sides. When you try to do this, or when you increase it, it will give you this blue bar to kind of signify where your finger needs to be in what area for the phone to define this as a back gesture. And you also can have the Google Assistant enable if you want to with the gestures. I don't like Google Assistant, so I'm going to keep it off. But going in here, we also have a couple additional toggles like power mini. So what happens when you press the power button? By default, it's the assistant, but you can change it to actually just give you the typical power options, like so. We also have one-handed mode. By swiping down, it will be activated, though we need to turn it on. Come on. Okay, cool. Trying to figure out how to launch it. In any case, we actually have another option right here, which is the notifications tray, which is something that I would prefer by swiping down. So that's pretty nice. And going in here, what else we had in terms of gestures? Smart backlight controls. I have no actual clue what that is. So smart backlight controls automatically detects if you're holding your Xperia. Oh, okay, so it's another copy of a different device in this case. So this basically uses a camera right here to constantly scan if you're looking at the device, and as long as you're looking at it, it just won't put the display to sleep, no matter what the sleep timer on it is set to. In all honesty, this option, no matter on what device, seems a little bit useless, to be honest, because most of the devices, if you're watching videos, videos will not put device to sleep, so that doesn't really affect it. Books, if you plan to read ebooks on your device, also that won't put your device to sleep, so it's kind of useless in general. I find very little use for that. Now, moving on, we have also like one-handed mode I already did, but we have the camera. So press the power button twice to start off the camera, and this is enabled by default, so let's see. For some reason it just, oh, there we go. So it launched the camera, and I was hoping that if you press the shutter button it will actually launch the camera as well, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So yeah, power button, double power button seems to be the only way to do so. And yeah, that's basically all worth mentioning shortcuts that we have right here. Anyway, if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.